We're talking secondary on the Volquest positional previews, and the biggest question is when will Jermod McCoy be back, Brent Hubbs?
And we don't know. I think if you're Tim Banks and you're Willie Martinez, you go into it with a mindset of he's not coming back, knowing he is.
Yeah.
But you don't have a date in mind. You're getting your team, you're getting your secondary ready as if you don't have him. I think that's how you have to approach it.
Good
I
way.
think that's how you go about it. That's why I think the addition of Colton Hood in the spring transfer portal window
Was big.
Was huge, given his talent level, and he's got multiple years of eligibility. I think that's a big get.
Well, he played opposite, the Heisman Trophy winner. So, I mean, he got a lot of balls thrown his way and held his own last year in a pass-happy Big 12.
Yeah, and he could play star.
Yep.
But he's really more of a corner. I think you're comfortable with him at corner. That's why you brought him in. You like Ricky Gibson on the other side, which means you probably don't have to force Jermod McCoy back. Maybe you ease him back into it a little bit early in the year and see where he's at. You'd love to have him by Georgia. I just don't know. I mean, it's a January injury of a significant injury. How quickly can he get back? Everybody's body heals different, so we'll see.
Then when you look at the star position, who's going to be behind Lou Carter? The addition of Colton Hood, McCoy getting back, could shift that a number of different ways. Could be Colton Hood. It could be Jalen McMurray.
Yeah.
There you go. And it doesn't feel like it. Caleb Beasley got some run there in the spring, but I think because of Hood and McMurray, he may get shifted more back to safety, which is where they wanted to play him anyways before the injury.
Yeah, I think Beasley would be more of an emergency star at this point, because I think you're looking at Caleb Beasley and saying, does he win the safety job this year? Maybe he doesn't, but he's in the rotation at safety, and then he's a dude next year for you at safety.
Yes.
I think you feel like that's his best long-term position. I don't know that you want to stunt his development by spending a ton of time with him at the nickel position. I'm not saying he doesn't get any work there. I think you just got other people and other bodies that you can allow him to focus on one position, which right now should be safety for him.
Speaking of safety, we'll talk about Andre Turrentine, Idris Farouk, and the rest of the guys back there at that position.
Well, and we have a bunch of young guys, or they have a bunch of young guys on this team that we've covered in recruiting. We'll see what all those guys look like. I mean, there's corners, nickels, safeties that are freshmen that are going to play on special teams that we'll just have to see. I think it's about Farouk, because Turrentine's steady, right?
Yep.
I mean, you know what you have there. I think with Farouk, it's can he be more than just a hitter?
Yeah.
And if he can and he can handle himself in space, then I think Farouk makes a lot of sense there. I do think Caleb Beasley is going to have something to say about it. I don't think that is a laydown for Farouk. I think you'll see them play those three safeties, and then the question becomes, is there a fourth safety?
Well, Andre Turrentine better have his head on the swivel, because Farouk ain't going away, and you're right, Beasley's coming, which means he can't just rest.
Right.
He's got to keep playing to earn that spot. A lot of competition in the secondary. That don't even count the freshmen. They all got to play back in the spring because of some injuries. How do they factor? It's a number of different things to look at, and then the secondary head into this year.
And it starts first and foremost with their most talented guy, most proven commodity coming off the injury. It all changes in terms of how much flexibility you have when Jermod McCoy is back on the field, and we'll just have to wait and see when that's going to be.
He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.